Hello, beautiful people over the world. And I don't know why I pointed over here when no one's in my room. Today is the day of days. Quote High School Musical. We are doing this epic, this insane, this finally getting to it. Waifu Wars. Also, happy birthday to me if you are watching this on the day it came out on September 1st. So I lived, hopefully. So yeah, today we are doing, since it is my birthday, we're doing something very precious to me, which is waifus. We are having the waifu wars between us here at Content Breaker. So you all can judge us and put in the comments who actually won, even though we're going to tally that here ourselves. And maybe drop your favorite waifu or a waifu that you hate, or, maybe dox us. Just comment so we can get engagement.
Or even judge our waifus. What would you give us? That kind of thing.
Yeah. Judge our actual wives. No. Anyway, so we're going to start off. Yeah. I forgot that one of us actually was married.
I was like,
yeah. One of us is married, one of us is engaged, the other two are lonely.
I mean, facts. But
which is why we're doing waifu anyway. So,
yeah.
Allow us to introduce our waifus, and then we will introduce kind of the scoring system.
Yes.
Okay.
So, Zog, how about you go first? How about you knock it out?
All right. I thought about picking one from like something we've already talked about and stuff like that. That way we could have some shows to talk about later and avoid spoilers in some way. Then I said fuck that and decided to want to pick a character I actually really enjoy. Celty Sturluson from the show Do Da Da Da.
Oh.
And
yeah.
Yeah.
Don't know how to spell that, but okay.
Here, there you go. That's how you spell that. And in the especially in the show, she's very much a standout character. But to not get into too much, because we do have the whole arguments we got to make and everything. She's a powerhouse. She knows what she wants, and goddamn, will you remember her if you ever meet her?
Yes, I will, because it was an anime character. I'm like, what the fuck? But yes.
Yo, what are you doing 2D?
How are you real? Did I take the wrong medicine again?
Why am I happier living here than back in the real world?
Okay, don't ask questions you know the answer to. Well, yeah, okay, cool. And for me, I guess I'll go next. I did a character. I took the opposite approach to Zog, and I was like, okay, I got all these characters that I can do in my plethora of anime knowledge. I was like, I feel like I got to appeal to the boys by doing something they know. So I picked Lena Melise from 86 because she's probably like the newest waifu for me and like solid choice. So I'm very excited. And I feel like she's
the white-haired one, right?
Yes, she is.
I'm sorry.
I can see him batting 1,000 against Zog right now.
Okay, that one. Okay, I had to remind myself who it was.
The way
the main heroine of 86.
Gotcha.
The way his face lit up.
Yes. So
sorry.
It's okay. So yeah, that's my my method to do this. So that's what I picked, and I feel like she hit all the criteria. So yeah, that's why I picked her as well. So yeah, excited, happy to be here.
All right, Kelz, do you want to go?
Sure.
I can't wait. I'm ready.
To avoid total meme lord status, I decided to not go for Evangelion greats Ramiel, or or Panzer IV from Girls und Panzer, the most important character, or even like we had talked about in passing, Speedwagon of JoJo.
Speedwagon solid. Speedwagon solid.
You don't want to use the ultimate winner in just the first round.
Yeah, no, we have to have a real discussion that takes up amount of time. Yes. So I decided to go with, a character from a show that I really do love. And that being Haruhara Haruko from Fooly Cooly.
That's solid. That's solid.
All right. Yeah.
I mess with that. I'm positively excited because I don't know what I was expecting from you. So that is very much a positive.
Yeah, not a fucking joke.
No.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, yeah.
All right, Strange. She's pink sometimes, or she's orange sometimes. She's blue sometimes. Who could possibly be your waifu?
Who could have ever possibly seen this coming? From surprising no one, left field, it's Samus Aran from the video game series Metroid.
I ain't gonna lie. I thought it would be Roselia from Mario Party, and I'm disappointed.
Oh, Rosalina?
From Mario Galaxy, my guy?
I don't know. I'm playing
Goes back
games.
on it?
Yeah.
I mean, he's not entirely wrong, though. Like, she
Oh,
was
wow.
in Mario Party and everything.
Rosalina from Mario Kart Wii.
Rosalina from the Naked Brothers band.
Oh.
Cap. Weird. Okay, anyway.
But I have decided to, this time, for the first round, stay in my comfort zone and spit at you what I know. Telling you all about Samus Aran.
I didn't want to do research, so I went with the one I actually knew best.
Oh no, I had to do research still. Like, don't get me wrong, I had to check references, make sure everything was good to go. There's a chart.
Man, one of us has to articulate an argument.
Yes. Dope.
So we've got our waifus, and we'll be kind of competing today. Kai, describe to us the kind of criteria we will be making these calls upon.
Yes. Okay. So we'll be judging based off of paint system. Yes. We'll be judging off of
Whoever
points.
can paint the best portrait wins. Go.
I'm automatically out. Wait, can we use Photoshop? Because
No.
then I have an edge. Okay, I'm automatically out. But we will be judging character based off a point system from 1 to 10. If you like it, let's do like 5 is kind of like eh. And then 6 is fair, 7 is good, 8 great, the normal criteria. And then, y'all want to do a 0.5 or you just want to keep it solid?
Let's keep it solid.
Okay.
Solid's good.
Yeah.
Easy
Yeah,
math.
so and we're going to average the best scores out of our 10 categories together, and whoever gets the best average wins. So we're going to do math today.
Oh, God. And this is primarily focused on...
We're doing the best we can to take the fun out of war.
And it's primarily...
Replacing it with math.
Yeah.
primarily focused upon the arguments and kind of examples that each of our boys here give about their specific waifu, and not necessarily like preconceived understandings. We're grading not only on the waifu but also the argument they're making.
Yes, and we're gonna grade off based off the waifu's appearance, her backstory / when she became our waifu, the personality, the role in the series, character development, achievement, philosophies and ideas, popularity, relatability, and motivations that this character has. So, it won't just be like, the degenerate stuff. We're all very articulate in consumers of the arts. So, you will get a lot of je ne sais pas, as they say.
Oh. I mean,
Yes.
c'est quoi?
Who says that?
Just people.
All right.
I wasn't
believe you.
prepared for a follow-up. So, yeah, I guess.
Come on, with this crap, how are you not expecting a follow-up?
King
Yes.
Drazel.
Homeostasis.
Osmosis.
Anyway.
Shit, I chose wrong. My bad.
Jesus. So yeah, I guess we're just gonna get into it. We got like 2 minutes to argue our points. So Strange is
I'm
gonna.
keeping track.
Yeah. So you tell me when to go, E40.
And
He won't get the reference.
Begin.
Okay, so my girl Lena, right? She has silver hair. She has eyes that are blue that match her uniform. She's always rocking her Republic uniform because she's a strong, independent woman. She's 160 centimeters tall. She's taller due to her heels that she wears, and she's also has a distinguishing feature of a double ago, which is like the thing in her hair that like splits off in anime. For some reason, I don't know why. Like, it's also on Theo from Shield Hero. She has that too. She got a third one.
It's called a cowlick.
So they have that in common. Yes?
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
Just like got your hand up. So she's typically also wearing her Republic Army Precision blue dress, and yeah, she's always wears leggings as well, and she leaves a skirt, so she's very dignified and got the look, and she's got the nice captain's hat. And later in the series, when she became a badass, she dyed a strand of her hair red to go with the epithet Bloodstain Ellie, much like the 7 deadly sins. Ellie. So, yeah. That's her.
All right.
She's technically an Aryan.
All right, that's it for
It's
our
an
appearance.
allegory.
So yeah, that's what I got for her appearance. So whenever Strange is ready to recalibrate the counter, Jordan, if you're ready.
Everybody got the grades down?
Grades, right.
I ain't grade myself, so
And
also we will not be grading ourselves. That's
I should be
something I gotta say.
docking myself points because I interrupted, which we're not supposed to do, and I did the first thing that I was like, "Wow, Caleb, good job," and I said my name. It's fine. I'm tired, y'all. Can you?
I'm in pain.
Okay, I've got my grade.
All right.
Cool.
You may
Should
go.
we say our grade, or should we?
No.
Should we...
I think we should wait until
Yeah,
the
wait.
end.
Okay. All right. Am I up next?
Yes, you're up next.
Oh, fuck. All right. Haruko of Fooly Cooly fame. She is a pink-haired rock and roll alien. Okay? The alien part is insignificant other than she's humanoid looking and not from this world. Typically, in the first episode, which we have 6 episodes to really spend time with her, Haruko's rocking this kind of knee-high boots, very shiny pants with a red coat, and a white red gloves, goggles, riding on a yellow Vespa with a blue Rickenbacker 4001 bass on her back, looking like a goddamn rock star. And not only do we have that vibe, right? Along with all the kind of physical comedy and other things that come along with it, we got the updo, we got the downdo, we got the hair pulled back. So I have a variety of outfits throughout Fooly Cooly that she really rocks interchangeably. We're really dealing with a nurse outfit. We're dealing with a baseball outfit for the episode where Shinji has to hit the ball or swing the bat, more to say.
45.
And then we also wind up with the Gainax tradition of the badass bunny girl outfit.
That did happen.
Yeah.
That's Haruhara's look.
All
I
right.
feel like I should have gone second. Should have gone second. Okay.
And when everybody's good?
Yep.
Ready?
So, Strange, you want to do your own timer or you want me to do your timer?
Oh, I can do my own timer. That's fine.
Okay, good. I'm trusting you. Don't hold me.
15 minutes later.
Zoc?
All right. Well, Celty is actually a pretty easy one to describe. She is a biker chick. She's clad all black leather. The only real pop out color is her yellow cat inspired biker helmet. She's often found in some kind of gothic aesthetic though. So if she is changing her clothes to be something different, it's going to be that kind of like blacked out gothic kind of aesthetic. Although it's very fluid because all of her clothes are made up of shadows. Yeah, she is a fairy, a Dualahan. So she is a mystical being that can just be like, I don't feel like wearing it today, so that's better. But it's always going to follow like that gothic kind of aesthetic. And you'll usually find her riding around on a blacked out motorcycle with no headlights, or on a headless horse. Scythe may be accompanying her, usually a little more optional with the scythe. But as I said before, you see her, you're forever gonna remember her.
Solid.
All right.
Okay.
Slime.
Everybody great?
Slime.
Yes. It's like, like
What?
YSL, Young Thug slime, like Big Thugger. Good job. Yeah.
Oh.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, I feel graded.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, Strange. You ready?
And so, Samus Aran, typically seen in her orange power suit, got an arm cannon. She can turn into a morph ball. She's great. The morph ball can drop a mini nuke and obliterate everything in the environment. It's fine. Not really appearances, but when your eye sockets are burned out, when she's not wearing the power suit, got her zero suit on, which it's a little revealing, I'll be honest, but it's for flexibility when she's fighting and kicking butt. I'm just saying, no, it's true. And then she has the long blonde hair, which usually isn't my type, but she has been seen with short hair before. And she got the blue-green eyes, and she's 6'3". Don't know if y'all knew that. Super tall.
I like that.
With or without the heels.
Without.
With or without the power suit.
Without.
I like that.
6'3".
Did not know that. Cool.
How many centimeters?
She fucking me.
Hold on.
Sorry, I'm American.
No, I could go. Hold on.
Are you good? Don't waste your time. Keep going. I'll look it up.
No,
Keep
that was
going.
it. I got the page open. Hold on.
Okay.
1.9.
What?
1.9 meters.
I said
100.
centimeters.
Well, okay, not centimeters, but 1.9 meters.
I thought you were, I don't know, metric and all. That's 190 centimeters. Like,
Yeah, I knew that. So Elise is what, like 5'3"?
don't know.
I'll take
that.
But anyways,
I'll
that's
take that.
Samus. That's Samus.
Okay, I'll take that. I feel like I'm judging y'all too like fairly. I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
everybody's doing good.
Too
That's fine.
fairly.
Yeah, I feel like I'm
Literally-
being nice, and y'all gonna like hoe me and be like, he said some color eyes.
He gave me a
4.
metric out. He gave me statistics.
No,
Fuck am
He
I
gets
gonna
a
do with
4.
this?
Literally, I'm
It's-
like, you know what? These are some pretty cool waifus, honestly.
All right. Just to keep it interesting, so that the listener knows where we are in our grading system, let's reveal kind of where we sit with appearance.
Okay. I guess I'll do mine first. I gave Strange a 7. I gave Zog a 7, and I gave Kelz an 8.
Wow.
Okay.
So is that like too high? I don't. Oh, anyway, I'm
No,
just.
I'm-
yeah.
Just
Okay.
I think-
yeah.
it is what it is.
I think that shows we're doing
I mean,
a very
Yeah.
competent job.
I wish I would have gone second because I felt
Here.
like y'all gave more of a illustrated. I was like, I'm just out here like what she's wearing in this photo that I'm looking at. But
Well, to be fair though, what she's wearing is basically all she ever wears. I don't have a whole lot of room to talk on that one because of my choice, but still, like, why did you give those ratings?
okay, I gave
Give it real quick.
Kelz an 8 because he not only talked about like the description of his character, he talked more in details about the things on her, like her type of guitar, the Vespa, and the inflection that he put on like her outfit when he did like the pants and the blacks and everything in the red and the contrast. I was like,
Cool.
that's dope. I felt like it was really strong. Zog, I gave you a strong 7 as well because you talked about like the type of outfit she was wearing, as long as it's like gothic, and you talked about how her different modes of transportation, what I thought was really dope. And Strange, you again pursued it like her height, and then you talked about like the reason behind her outfit and why she wore it too. So it was very informative. So I felt like they were all very good, strong descriptions of their attire. So I really rocked with that. I felt like that was really good.
Okay.
All right, cool.
All right. I gave Kai's choice a 7.
There, I'll take it. Thank you.
I gave Strange's choice a 7. And I gave Logan's choice an 8. And it's the same vibe, man. The conviction and motivation and excitement that the deliverer
I'll do better.
gave.
Like again, I had to make the sacrifice of going
There's-
first. So
There's 9 other things, so you got time.
Which we
Strange, what's up?
All right, you ready for this one? I gave Static a 9.
oh wow, yay.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I gave Kelz a 10.
Oh wow.
Because I'll be
Okay.
honest, Haruka was one of my first anime crushes, honestly.
Facts. Yeah, facts. I mean,
And-
facts.
play into my
Gave-
demographic.
Unfair. I'd like to call a mistrial. This is unfair.
And gave Zog a 9. Because I'm like, yo, chick with the scythe, the Dullahan? Heck yeah, I'm into that.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're out here. We're out here. What about you, Zog?
I'm clearly the mean one of the group.
Oh, no.
Okay, so here we go.
4,
Here it is.
3,
Lay it
Oh,
on.
4,
Lay it on.
1.
Lay it on. I got a
No,
2.
we-
Lay it on. Lay it on.
Strange, you got a 7, just because there is
Yay.
a variety.
I'm
And
average.
looking, I actually have like tabs pulled up so I could actually look at the variety of like outfits and everything for the characters. And Samus has a much more of a variety while still keeping with either the Zero suit or the mech
Yeah.
suit aesthetic, and
Well,
I do like that.
Yeah, went with the more iconic stuff.
And I do like that idea of variety and everything. That's why Kel's got an 8, especially with the fact that that also matches the personality of the character.
Mm-hmm.
And Stag, I'm gonna be honest, you have a disadvantage of me just not liking that show to begin with.
What?
So I give you a 6.
I told you I'm batting batting 1,000 here. I'm coming up from the trenches, but it's okay. It's okay.
We'll have to average out somewhere. All right, let's swiftly move on to the next topic.
Cool. I'm not going first this time.
Okay.
Okay. I'll go first.
So we got backstory / like when she became your waifu. So I guess like just a quick blurb of like when it happened.
Oh, okay. So like backstory of like my experience
I thought it
with
was the
her,
backstory
or
of the
like
character.
Yeah, I thought it was
Yeah.
the character.
Yeah, it is
But
the
it-
character, but you know what? We'll do. It's fine. It's fine.
all right.
All right, and go.
Watching Adult Swim in the early to late aughts and witnessing Fully Cooley, this kind of fever dream of an anime with Haruko being the main antagonist and female lead. That's when it happened. But her backstory in the show being she is a space pirate on a quest to find her king of pirates, Adamusk,
No.
who's also her boyfriend, apparently, who was captured by the evil medical Mechanica. And then she goes on this adventure with this schoolboy about figuring out how to, I don't know, defeat the system and save the pirate king.
Yeah, I like
Wow.
that.
Well,
I
alright.
like that. I like that.
That's all. Okay.
Solid. Cute. Okay. I guess I'll go next if you are ready.
Yes. Good to go.
Okay. All right. Lena is the child of a former head of the military that is combating these creatures, these mech creatures called the Legion. But they do this in a way that's not traditional because they are fighting these Legion creatures like mechanical robots with other people, like people they deem as lesser and inferior, and they call them the 86, also aka expendable. Someone's been 86, they're dead, so they're already kind of been marked in this. Lena is different from the rest of her people, the Republic of Elise, because she believes that these 86 have rights and have values. So she's kind of like a Martin Luther King-esque character. So she's already batting negative in her community, in her group, because she has to go against not only her people, but against the perception of who she is versus the world. And yeah, so she goes to do that, and she like falls in like love with this group of 86 and becomes important with them as their handler. So yeah, so she tries the quest to save these people and do all that.
You had a minute.
Oh, what? Okay, and
a minute.
And she, I hate you so much. And she basically does all these things to protect them and trying to make sure they survive, but also discovering the horrors of war and what it truly means. And I feel like she portrays a good general of the duality of man in this. And also, I fell for her when she met Shin for the first time and the music was popping. I was like, yo, waifu status. Her hair is blowing. She's giving a speech. She got a red stain. I love it. I love it. Sabotage.
No, I just said a minute. I wanted to say a minute. So
you didn't say it.
I said minute.
He did. I just rolled right the fuck.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'll just wait for you to say stop next time. I'll just hear a clear stop.
Okay.
I'll stop. Solid.
I want to make sure you get everything in there.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Cool.
All right.
Shout out to Elise.
Zog, you want to go or you want me to go?
I'll do it.
All right. And
All right.
Go.
So, Celty's whole backstory is that she is a Doulahan from Ireland. Her whole beginning of the story, she's working as a gopher, a delivery person running odd jobs in Tokyo. So, big beginning of the show, the mystery is, what the fuck and how did that happen? Running around Ireland, Doulahans are typically like the Grim Reaper kind of things. If they pull up next to you, throw a bucket of blood, water, or whatever it is, depending on who you ask, depends on the legend, you're marked for death, essentially. And she's been doing this for God knows how long. Gets discovered and gets attacked. She is missing her head. Doulahans have no head. They just ride around with it right next to them. That's where the legend of Sleepy Hollow, the Headless Horseman thing comes from. She can't find her head. It's a complete mystery. This Japanese guy with his son say, hey, let me run experiments on you and actually figure out what the hell a Doulahan is. And figure out why you exist in this world, and I'll help you find your head. In fact, I already got a lead. I believe it's over in Japan, in Tokyo. With nothing left and memories wiped because her head's gone, she says, sure, why not? And goes off with this man and his son off to Japan, and that's how she ends up where the story has her in the beginning. But so much of the story does revolve around her presence, so that's where I'm out of time.
Yes, you're out of time. Okay. Everybody good? My turn?
Yeah.
Samus Aran. Whole tragic backstory. Oh my gosh. Has a giant space pterodactyl dragon thing murder her parents in front of her, and that's how she becomes an orphan. She was thusly rescued by her new adopted parents, these bird people called the Chozo, these alien bird races. They take her back home, but unfortunately, because she's human, she cannot survive on the planet. You know, she was about 3 years old at this time. So what they do is they inject some of their DNA. They alter her DNA. Let me rephrase that. They alter her DNA because they're like the smartest aliens to ever exist. They give her half smart burb, half burb that hits hard and fast. So warrior and scientist burb. And so basically she's able to grow up and she trains, and that's how she becomes a warrior. That's how she gets her power suit. They kind of give her one that's made just for her. And then she goes to be in the military. She didn't like the military that much, too authoritarian, so she just becomes a self-employed bounty hunter. She goes out, and that's Samus Aran. That's her whole backstory.
Okay, I never knew that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I have to say, strong opening.
Yes.
Kind of tailed off at the end for me. You
Oh.
open with, and that's how orphans are made. And then we just, oh, by the way, she's kind of like half bird now. And like,
Oh, don't worry. Things will pick up later. I have a plan.
yeah, just
It's all
He
planned
said
out.
I have a
I
plan.
gotta be honest, though, I'm a little bit the opposite of that. Starting with, oh, she's an orphan. Cool, haven't seen that a million times. But she's space orphan with genetic bullshit done.
When you said she was
Okay,
half
no, I'm
bird, I was
interested.
like, bet.
She is half bird.
Does she
Technically,
have
very
here.
technically.
bones?
No, but
I was
Yes,
thinking that's why she grew so tall.
that's also why she can go into a ball without problems.
yeah.
Better be, yeah.
Makes sense.
So, okay,
Questions are answered.
let's run it back. Let's see what we all got. Mine's easy, so I'll go first. I gave 8s across the board. I felt
All
like
right.
everybody did a really good job and really knew their character. So solid.
Okay.
I was most, I'm not gonna lie, the most engaged I was probably doing yours Strange, because I was like, I know who this is already, and I was like, I know nothing. Okay, cool. So
Bring in some real lore.
yeah, just
Oh,
like that.
Fuck,
I'll
this
take
one
it.
did his
Yeah,
homework. Shit. It's gonna make us all look bad.
I'll go next. So I gave Static a 10.
Oh wow!
Yeah. Sorry.
Thank
Just
you.
that whole backstory about just shoving it to the man. It's really cool.
Thank you.
Gave Kelz a 6. It's good motivation. Interesting story. Zog gave you a good 7. Like the Irish.
Like the Irish.
Like the Irish.
Alright.
I'm only laughing because the look of betrayal on Kale's face when he said that.
God.
I was like, "Don't laugh," and he was like, "What?"
Okay.
So we'll never know what Strange's true score from Kale's was now.
Oh no. We'll keep it above board.
I can't breathe. Okay. Kale's is yeah.
All right. Before we got heated, Kai and Zog, I gave you both 9s. Strange, I gave you an 8 because
Oh.
you brought it the heat, and
Brought
then the
the heat.
moment you said burb, I was like, checking out. Fuck this.
Oh.
I
We
was
lost
like,
all tone and seriousness in the Lord up, so
Okay.
that was my hang up. 6 fucking okay.
"Hey, I feel like Zog is gonna give me lower than the 6."
No, we'll see. We'll see.
Let's see how it goes. Zog.
Okay, well, since you wanted to say it, I'll just start with you, Kai. I felt like half of your explanation was actually her role in the series, and you just kind of breezed over her backstory. And because what you said of her backstory, her being an orphan and then wanting to fight for these other people, is all I could remember of her at first. So, yeah, I gave that a 4.
I knew it.
I gave Kelz a 6 because I love the chaos that this of Fooly Cooly, and Haru is the main driving force of the chaos. I forgot there was an explanation for her chaos, and hearing it just makes me go, "Oh right, I didn't like that. I just wanted the chaos." So I felt bad. And I gave Strange a 7 on his because,
Ooh.
yeah, I honestly had no idea about some of that, and that I honestly thought Samus was literally just orphan girl. Now she's a bounty hunter. Cool. And learning that a little bit actually makes me want to learn more about the character. So,
Yeah. Yes,
Ooh,
my plan
cool.
is working.
I'm Strange.
Cool. Cool.
Ah.
Cool. All right, so now we're on to personality, and let's switch it up. Zog, how about you take
Okay,
it?
sure. Celty's a very reserved character. She, although she will always lend a helping hand out to anybody, she will go that extra mile. Like, she had to deliver. She was a part of a shady kind of business where she had to deliver a person to a specific spot. Turns out that person was being mentally fucked with by this asshole online. And when he showed up, gave her the spiel, she wanted to kill herself. So the person Celty dropped off tried to jump off a building. Celty stuck around past the point of her doing her job just so she could catch her, bring her down to the ground, give her a little bit of a, yeah, I know it sucks, but fuck that guy, you can do better. And move on with their lives. She's always the person to stick her neck out for somebody, even though she got nothing past the neck to risk. That being said, she don't like getting involved in other people's business if she don't have to. In my business, let me deal with mine. It's your business, deal with yours. That's basically how she likes to do her day to day. But if you tight with her, if you're someone she thinks she can call a friend, yeah, that extra mile becomes the baseline standard of things. So, and she will go to hell and back for it. And that's not to say
20 seconds.
If you're anything more than that, she becomes a bit more of a people pleaser for you. But she always has her standards, and she lets that be known. And yeah, I'm about that. I like that.
Okay. Cool. Strange, you want to go next?
Yeah. Samus Aran. Strong silent type. Takes no BS. Gets the job done. Strong independent woman. Loves animals. That's her personality. Got a sense of justice.
Short, sweet, to the point.
Short, sweet, to the point. That's her personality.
Okay.
What more do you need to know?
May or may not love animals.
Oh,
The
no, she
player
loves
gets a
it.
choice. No, the player gets a choice.
Oh, you're right. Yes, very technically, the player does get a choice.
Yeah, and that
True,
choice
true.
is canon, whichever way you choose.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay,
So it could be fuck the Anyways,
Is that all, Strange?
That's it.
Okay.
Much like Samus,
Okay.
to the point. Very to the point.
All right. I guess I'll knock out my girl. Then, okay. So, Lena's personality is somewhat very different from the rest of her people because she does see the 86 and this war is something that's important. Everybody else kind of views it as a game, so she's more so serious in the aspect when it comes to her jobs and her duties. She was so driven by the atrocities that she saw when her father was murdered by the Legion when they went to the battlefield when she was young. She devoted her life to being a major and graduating at the young age of 16. So she's has a good sense of justice and personality. She's also very ditzy, and that's shown multiple times throughout the series when she fumbles and just does things. And she loves cake and sweets. She's either just easily won over by her scientist friend, whose name I forget, forgive me, when she makes her streets and everything. She's also very much independent, as she's very against finding a mate and a suitor like everybody wants her to. She also has a strong sense of justice and self because she stays true to her values when literally everyone else in her country is against her and makes fun of her and just disregards all of her beliefs, to the point where her uncle just basically is like, yo, no one's going to listen to you. Go up on your dreams. Just sit here and die with everybody else. And she's like, nah, I'm going to make a way. So she's super, super driven and super independent and steadfast in her thought process. And she obey. So appreciate you. Strong women. Feminism. And yeah, that's me. That's Lena. Sorry.
That's me. Strong, independent woman. Static dreads.
Yeah.
It's my autobiography. You didn't know that.
Yeah. I was grading myself.
All right. Haruko, Fooly Cooly. Her personality, in a word, animated. To relate her to a Western example, I think she would be a great fourth member of the Animaniacs. With the way that the chaos and creativity comes with Fooly Cooly as a show. But we also do have the tonal shift from, anger and, righteous indignation to coy teasing with Naoto, all the way through the range and spectrum from innocent to coy, and everything in between, as the plot and the writing of the episode kind of needs. So, Haruko, animated.
Okay, solid. So, who wants to go first with the reveal of everybody's scores?
7s across the board. Good job.
Yay.
Okay. Mine were a lot more diversity this time. I'll start with I gave you a 6. I gave Samus a 6. You're a 10, but I gave Samus a 6 because it was like super short, and Kelz had to correct you a little bit, and like that feels like I feel like there might be more to her character. Like I
think that's the peril. Is one, that was just a nitpick on my part, which is kind of bullshit because it's a video game, and two, I don't think there is more to her character.
So that's why I gotta give it like a little bit of a 6. Nothing against Samus is just winning. Video game characters are not as fleshed out as personality wise, but she does have a lot of other strong strengths. But strong woman, do appreciate that. Zog.
Go ahead. That's fine.
No, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I was just saying, it is when you deal with a silent protagonist for most of the time. It's very, very. It's fine. It's fair.
It's
fair.
Yeah.
very difficult.
Yeah.
But yeah, get that.
Yeah.
That's also why the shocking reveal of, oh my god, Samus is a woman was so hit hard when it first came out.
No, I felt that. Zog, I gave you a 7 because I felt like in her personality description, it seemed kind of like contrasting, like when she minds her own business, yet she went out of the way to save the client after she did her job. And like, she is a Doulahan, so there's probably not that much personality that can fall into it. But I do feel like it was a good job of description-wise. As personality just like isn't type of my thing, but like I rock with it. And Kelz, I gave you a 9 because like you used the word coy first of all, and you also gave a great description of Haruko as I know her. She's super animated, and literally I could see her being either a member of the Animaniacs or like Batmite, which if y'all don't know who Batmite is, it's like the creature from Batman who like distorts reality, which I get Haruko vibes
from
like Larry? Batmite all the time. Yes, Larry and Superman, Batmite, and Batman.
You know that the Superman thing makes Xpitalik.
Yes.
Yeah.
Batmite is that.
Yes. So.
Except it doesn't sound like Gilbert Gottfried, so it loses points instantly.
True. So that's my scores, everybody. Good job.
Cool. I gave both Kelz and Static 7s. Felt like strong personalities. Simple. Easy to understand. I gave Strange an 8 specifically for his presentation. You were gonna get a 7 like them, but your presentation was just boom, done. You get the picture, and I'm like, I appreciate that.
What more do I need to explain?
Point.
Fair.
Was there more?
No.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Static gave Lena a 7 on personality. Strong personality.
Should be 8, but yes.
Yeah.
Kelz
Okay.
gave Haruko 3. Sorry. I'm just kidding. 9.
Wow.
Oh.
She's solid 9, yeah.
Kinda, yeah. Then Zog. Sorry, I had to get Celty a 6. It's strong, but not specifically. I mean, nothing was wrong with your presentation. I don't know why I stopped there, but personally,
Oh Lord.
Not your
personally,
vibe.
yeah, six
Not your
is a
vibe.
good solid.
Gotcha.
Okay,
It's above average. So,
Zog's
Yeah.
gonna
Alright.
come murder you in
Do-
your
you know-
sleep.
hey, speaking of someone who gets this a lot, those people who don't talk a lot, usually hard to read, hard to
Yeah.
understand.
All
So,
right. Due to time, we have 2 final categories to kind of round out this session. What do we want those 2 categories to be?
character development and philosophies. Those are my votes.
Okay.
I vote for philosophies and motivations. Are we coming back to the other ones?
Probably not this round. No, not for these characters.
Okay.
I tell you what, how about we choose one category and then one kind of conclusion argument
Okay.
to round
that
out
works.
everything else you have to say about these characters.
Yes. And that
Right.
conclusion argument could be, why is she your waifu?
Sure.
Okay, cool.
So what's
I'm
our
okay
one
with
last character for development?
I vote for that one, please.
Character
I
development
know-
or philosophies and ideas.
Yeah, I thought we would just choose one.
Yeah, I'm gonna say we choose one and then finish it out with a conclusion.
Okay.
Everything else you have to say about your waifu.
All right.
I vote for philosophies and ideas. But I'm down with any of them, honestly. So,
We've
which
got
one do y'all want?
two for character development.
Oh,
Well,
you know what? Let's do character development. Screw it.
Okay. All right, character development. This is number 4, so I guess we've made the rotation again. Kai,
Okay.
go ahead and tell me.
All right.
All right.
Character development. Lena has such great character development, in my opinion, due to the fact that she's not necessarily a wrong or a bad character, and she thinks what she's doing is right, but she doesn't truly realize what she's doing is clearly in reflection of the rest of her peers, and that's brought by a character. Even though she's being the handler and the general of these people, and she wants to do all these things for them, they're at a superficial level because she realizes she doesn't even know their names, like their real names. And that causes a shock, but that triggers something in her to the fact where she's like, I'm just like everybody else, to the point where she almost crumbles from that weight, but then makes a decision to keep going and fight. And it's like, okay, I have to be different. How can I be different? To the point where she will embrace being a devil, the opposite of what she always wanted to try and be, to make sure her ideas and what she upholds comes to fruition. So she has a moment where she goes from a girl to a full-blown woman to a full-blown just complete person, to the point where she's like, okay, I'm going to go and I'm going to interrogate like my friend and everything. I'm going to make her get the truth. I'm going to leverage her insecurities, and I'm going to become the devil that I am, that we all are, to get those resolutions, to the point where she's so strong at the end of the series that we see she's standing on her own and save the people who saved her, and still leading that rebellion to where the point
40.
where she's like, hey, I am saving everyone. I can't give up on my... Did you say done?
40.
Okay, I can't give up on my dreams and my goals because I am still fighting, and I'm still fighting for those people who believed in me. I believe in them. So she went from literally being just the person who talks about it to being an actual advocate. She went from posting on social media to being the change that she posted about. She is no longer a Twitter warrior.
All right.
All right,
She's leading
Strange,
the
we got to talk about this. You got to call it out in reasonable intervals. 30 seconds.
Like, what are we doing? I didn't hear the minute. It didn't sound like one. There was no hand gesture. You're just like, what? I'm like, what?
Next time it's going to be like 37 seconds.
I feel
Bet.
hold every
What a bet.
time I was hold a different way. I just want that to be known. There
Well,
was
next time
nepotism.
you could run the timer if you want. Next time.
I will hire Dana to run the timer next time.
No, God.
The only person on payroll.
I will
That's
pay her
not
in root
cheaper.
beer. Hey, it's not money, it's root beer.
In root beer.
No,
Yes.
she's worth every moment of her time. Like,
Yes.
of anyone.
It's some good root beer. Facts.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, character development. Haruko in Fooly Cooly has absolutely zero development. She comes looking for her space pirate boyfriend, suckers some kid into like helping her achieve that goal, and when they finally do it, the passion and will of the kid fucked up her entire plan, and she's like, well, fuck, now I gotta go back into space and find this guy. She didn't grow. She didn't change. We just got an adventure with a space alien. And you know what? For 6 episodes, and it not being primarily about her, the show's main protagonist being Naoto and his growth and change through adolescence, her not having a character arc was fine. Time.
Fair. Okay, fair. All right. Who's next?
All right. All right. At the beginning of the series, we find Celty being this very much a very silent, very minimalistic. I don't want to get involved with any extra shit. I'm here for my head. I want my memories. I'm going back home. But clearly, with that compassion that leads her to do this extra shit for her clients and go that extra mile every now and again. But the longer the series goes on, the more you see her care about certain characters, the more characters you see her care about. She becomes more of this, almost like this den mother kind of thing, where these people are gathered around her, looking for her to help them in some way, not as this all super powerful being, but just as Celty, as a person. That's it. When she finally gets her head back and does get all the superpowers and everything going on and realizes, oh right, I'm a force of fucking nature. I shouldn't be here with all these human people doing the human things. Time to leave. Time to go. Bye bye. Hey, is that a human I actually fell for and actually care about? Shit. Fuck my force of nature things. Care about the people. And she loses her head in the process and has to go through all of it over again, but she comes super content with herself and her lot in life and knows if it happens, it happens. I'm in no rush to ruin the things I have just because I want something.
15.
So, yeah. I'm about it.
Facts.
Okay.
All right. Samus Aran. You would think a video game character would never undergo any sort of character development. Well, let me tell you. We see the strong, independent woman go from orphan to soldier to self-employed bounty hunter. We see her going from doing any job she's asked, right, to actually having morals and values about which job she picks. Just to make the hard choices throughout her career as a bounty hunter, she not only had to murder the closest thing that was her best friend, which was an alien ice dude, after he got corrupted and turned evil, and this is an actual thing that happened. Very technically, she had to murder one of her fathers, her half-fathers, her bird father, if you will. But it's okay because he was kind of a jerk. I'll be honest. And then we also see her several times overcome her PTSD because not only has she had to fight off the thing that murdered her parents in front of her, and he just keeps coming back. But she does it every time. She gets over that PTSD and she shoves her arm cannon down his throat. Dead again. Character growth.
Okay. Okay.
I mean,
in very simple terms of things happened and the character changed. That is character growth.
I'm not gonna lie, the way you
Ow.
explained it gave you higher points than it deserved for me. So
I didn't see any change or argument that change happened. All I got was the backstory again.
Yeah.
And by the
Which-
way, she's got this fucking pterodactyl villain that just keeps coming back. There's no change. Now, I'm not saying that Samus Aran doesn't have change, right? We can see
I gave
her
you
in all these
change.
adventures and different
She
suits
became
and different
I gave you
scenarios.
change.
She becomes part alien again when
I
the
gave you
fusion
change.
suit happens. Like, definitely, there is a bunch of change and things that happen to Samus Aran. I would argue I didn't get any of those from this
Yeah.
description.
okay,
That's on my side.
let's do our scores. Okay, let's do our scores.
Okay.
All right, am I going first?
Yes.
Okay. This one was, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna start with Kelz. I gave you a 5.
Okay.
I felt like since you literally were like there was no character development, I should have gave you a 0. But I'm like,
Yeah, wait a minute.
I mean, I feel like her
What?
character development. Okay, hold on. Let me finish.
Yeah,
let me finish.
yeah,
let me
go
finish.
ahead. Yeah, it's
Her
fine.
character development for me, I feel like, is the fact that she's who she is because we see the transforming in the characters around her. But her to stay where she was, I'm like, I rock with that, and I like the way you explained it. So if I was just going off like actual character development, I feel like these all would have gotten low scores. But but anyway, so I gave her a 5.
Okay.
Zog, I gave Homegirl a 7 because I like what you said about the force of nature and having to go and decide that. But then it's like, you know what? I can excuse me. Like at first she was like, I'm just this character. I'm like a sentinel of darkness. Screw this person besides the child that I'm saving. So, you know, I felt like her saying stay there with the people and people actually looking to her for guidance. It's like I gotta get out of 7. Strange. I am also giving Samus a 7 simply for the fact your delivery was like really good, and also the fact that you're right. It does take a lot for you to be orphaned alone and then kill your father. So for you to go from being alone and then decide you want to be alone again and then kill your best friend and everybody else, it's real development. I'm not sure it's positive development. I feel like Samus is a villain now.
No, it's
but like,
positive. It's
but
positive.
no, she has
No, I swear,
become.
guys.
I
it's
mean,
a good...
okay, it was either she killed her half bird father, one of her half bird fathers, or she gets killed and turned into an army. Because
Oh, she should have become an army. You know, that's the My Hero route. But
And no
anyway,
mention of Mother Brain.
yes, I
The true
shout out to
villain.
Ridley. But yeah, no, that's the scores that I have. Who would like to go next?
All right, okay. Excuse me for a sec.
Great, you good?
Tickle in the throat.
Yeah.
All right, Kai. I gave you a 6 because I feel like whatever change she went through was just her mentally breaking and was like, all right, fuck it. If nobody else cares, why the fuck should I? Same impression I got when I watched the show.
Did you finish 86? Just out of curiosity. Answer the question.
I don't remember the ending. I think I stopped like 3 episodes before it ended. But for Kelz, basically the same thing. Some people don't need to change, and like I said, I like the chaos of her. Strange, I honestly don't like how you put everything, so I give you a 5.
So I'm
yeah,
at
please, everybody.
I'm at negative character development and just like okay. All right, cool. Kels?
All right. Kai gave you 7. Really finally got to the whole point of her character. You know, struggling through the perception of the system of racist bullshit to like go and change the world. The peril being that she's the only one, and then everything gets fucked, and you know, her and Shin's like stories are the only one that matters. Kind of at the end.
Facts, yeah. I mean, not really, but yeah.
Yes, I know, not really. There's a fucking bunch of characters, but anyways, Zog, I gave you a 9. You really led me through the entire kind of arc from where she was, mindset wise at the beginning, to how she grew, her challenge of achieving her goal and then giving it up for the dream she always didn't know she wanted. Some fucking caster shit.
Pretty close, actually. Yeah.
And then Strange, I gave you a 6. All factual information, but I wasn't convinced that.
To be fair, her arc is not completely finished yet.
And also, fair play. This is a shoot 'em up. Fucking protagonist. Like, I'm only surprised we've gotten like Doom guy lore recently. So
This is true.
I knew I should have picked Jasmine from Aladdin.
So
the live action one, Naomi Campbell.
Okay, it's a Speedwagon. Wait, Naomi Campbell.
Naomi Scott. That's what I said, and you can't change it.
All right.
She was also a Power Ranger.
It's like choosing the Speedwagon thing. You're going with the obvious winner right then and there.
Okay, next sucker. Come on.
All right.
Oh,
Final arguments. Go.
No, we gotta do Strange scores.
One more score.
Static gave Lena 8.
Okay.
How much more?
I just said okay. What do you want from me? I said okay. Thanks, Strange. I appreciate that 8. Solid.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Kelz, 5.
Yeah.
You just say damn what I gave. Let's see what Zog got.
I did give a 9.
Did you unplug again, my guy, or did you finally get that mute button?
No, I did. Yeah.
Okay. Look at us. We escalating.
Damn. All right.
Final thoughts, I guess, on... Are we scoring this as well? Final thoughts?
Might as well.
Okay.
I don't even want the
Round it
score.
out with 5 things.
Okay, I'm going last. Go ahead, Strange. You go first.
All right. Start my time. While Samus isn't really the most emotionally expressive or anything, she's very expressive in her actions and just the facial features that you can see with the latest games. You can kind of see in the helmet. She's awesome. She blows up planets like every other day. It's part of her achievement. She has committed genocide twice. I don't know if that's an achievement. Not on sentient beings, but on alien species that are technically invasive.
I hate to interrupt, but she loves the animals.
She loves the animals, but these animals were going to be used as bioweapons, so she has to murder them all. Or she had to murder them all. But it turns out that wasn't the right thing to do, because there's a whole nother animal. You see that these other animals, these Metroids, were keeping under control. It's like a population control kind of thing. Yeah. Lessons were learned. She has staved off mind control for a long time. That was the thing that Samus did.
Cool.
And she's awesome. Honestly, I'm tired. I can't really put more into words. All my energy is gone. Vote Samus for president.
All right.
Samus for president 2024.
Samus for president.
She won't genocide us if she rules us.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Okay. Zog, are you ready?
Holy shit.
Zoe 101 voice. Are you ready? Ooh. Listen to Zoe 101 theme song again. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
He forfeits. Yay. I'm just kidding. Right.
God damn it. All right. So, I've gone through Celty's whole story amongst herself and everything, but the whole story wouldn't exist without her anyway. everything that every other character does, all the other spread out stories and all that, usually comes back to somebody wants to get a hold of that Doodle-Han head. That thing is valuable. And people want it for different reasons. Some people are obsessed with it. Some people want it for the money. Some people want to study it. Some people just realized, oh, that's cool. And are freaky like that. I don't know. But the whole story basically comes back to Celty. It would not exist without her. And seeing that her development like that also affects every character throughout the way in one shape or form or the other, that's really damn cool and shows how even us can be interconnected to other people. When I watch the show, it often makes me think about how me and my shit can affect other people's lives, even though I really should have nothing to do with them. So, yeah, if for nothing else, it makes me think. And a show that can do that, a character that can do that, yeah, that's pretty damn cool to me.
Facts.
Okay.
So, you want to go, Kelz, or you want me to go?
I can go. All right. Haruko in Fooly Cooly really served the purpose that she was designed to. The whole plot of Fooly Cooly is focused on the growth through adolescence of Naoto. And this is a kid who's going through middle school in a kind of a small town, and he's got all of this kind of baggage. Who knows where his mom is? His brother's off in America playing baseball, and his brother's ex-girlfriend is doing Fooly Cooly with him. And out of nowhere, to spice things up, Haruko comes from space, hits him with a blue Rickenbacker 4001, and changes his goddamn life. And in that, we get the whole adventure. We get the kind of crazy Gainax tribute bullshit from Production IG and all the wonderful things that come with that over the span of 6 episodes. And then she goes back off into space, leaving Naoto to, I don't know, go live his life. And that's the great thing about Haruko. She comes in, mixes it up, has an impact, and moves the fuck on to continue to strive to achieve her own goals. That being, get back to Adamasque. This time with a bomb-ass SG base, the EB0. I'm a fucking music nerd.
10 seconds.
So, that shit matters. Just like Girls in Panzers and like the very specific tanks. It's everything. Everything, does it for me. Haruko, first space pirate president.
Yes. Good. Okay, before I start, Strange, this is 1 minute. This is 30 seconds. We good? We understand that?
I thought it was funny just to keep doing it like we were doing, but all right.
All right, okay. I'm just saying, I'll remember this one day when I retire. Anyway, okay. Vadelina Milze is a character whose name I probably just pronounced incorrectly, but also the main protagonist of 86 alongside Shin Nozel. She is a character who dignifies so many facets of the human condition, so much that I found myself in her, or saw myself in her. Anyway, just like I feel like she was very relatable to just like the average human condition, to where her beliefs are challenged and she has to find the strength to go on. I felt like we saw her grow a lot throughout the 22 episodes we had in 2 seasons. I felt like her going to be like this person who thought she had the world figured out, and then her saying that her reality was just, not as what she thought it was, and how you have to continue to claw and fight to make a change in this world. It's something that I held personal to, and I feel like something we could all relate to. She has bomb-ass speeches backed by Swano Hiroyuki, and this production of A1 Studios does a great job of highlighting like that. I love how she just goes and says, even though she thinks what she's fighting for is gone, she's still going to fight in the memory and in lieu of that. And that's something that motivates me alongside like my goals, even if, I don't make it to where I want to be in life. Continuing that fight has at least got me further than I would have ever been. So I got to take that mentality away from her and just the overall cast, her ideas and beliefs about like, equality and wanting to like just make the world a better place and save people are something that I feel like is very present. And she has one of the most realistic takes I feel like I've seen in recent history in anime of like war and the atrocities that are come and how no one's innocent in war. Whether you think you are or not, you're still doing something to end life. So yeah, that's why I love Homegirl. She the best.
Either sides of the fence, there's no, innocent side in the killing. The victims are the innocent. There are innocents in war.
Oh,
but yes, to your point.
Yes. Oh, I meant like both sides of the war. Like no one's that.
Yeah.
I know they're like yes. But yes. Okay. So yeah, that was my point, and I guess I'll start with the scores that I gave you all based off your last argument. Zog, I gave you a 10 because I felt like I really liked the way that you related your character back to you and the world that she was in and explaining her goals and that. Thought you did a really good job and spoke very eloquent about her. Kelz, I also gave you a 10 because I felt like you did a stupendous job about talking about Haruko and showing how it played out your passion of something that related to give her what truly a waifu should be. And Strange, I gave you a 10 as well because you're very passionate about Samus and your backstory or your overall about how he's a genocidal warrior really showed me the type of person you are and what you rock with in a waifu. And I felt like I got to know more about you through this. So 10s across the board. You all have great waifus. So good job.
No, that's Crusher's spirit. I'm just kidding.
No, it's okay. I gave my honest opinion. Whatever happens, happens. That's why I went first.
So you want me to go next, is what you're saying.
I want yes, I'll go next. I'm fully prepared because it's my waifu.
I was making a joke, but all right, I will get it. All right. So Kai, I gave you an 8.
Oh wow, I feel like that's 11.
That was very impassionate. I did feel like you did take away those things that everything you were talking about with all that. So, and this whole final part is talking about what it meant to you. So, very, very impassionate. Liked it. Kelz gave a 7 on that, because even though it didn't add too much to it, it did feel a little more personal with it. So, yeah. And sorry, Strange, you did crushing souls. I felt like yours just didn't add a whole lot to it outside of the shock factor of genocide.
Twice.
That's our campaign.
So what's the number?
I gave that one a 5.
Okay.
Wow. Hurt a little bit, but it's fine.
Only laughing at your reaction. Only laughing at your reaction, Strange. I would like to clarify that.
Yeah, it's only at the reaction, not the catharsis he feels right now.
Hey, I felt it too. All right, Kelz.
All right.
I was counting during the entire time, so everybody gets a 10 too.
I can't.
It's not a cop out.
Yay!
It doesn't matter because I'm looking at the numbers now.
I'm not gonna lie. When you came in at the end and you were like, "There are innocents in the world," I was like, I feel like he didn't listen to what I said.
Basically.
Or where we were listening and you didn't use the words the way you thought you did.
I used them correctly.
Both.
Static. Gave you a 9.
Cool.
Solid 9.
Thank
Very
you.
good.
Thank you.
Kels gave you a nice solid 7.
No, don't
Good time.
fucking nice solid 7.
Nice solid 7.
Don't hit me. Don't hit me with a solid 9 and a solid 7 too. Hold on, let me write this shit down. 9. Another fucking 7. Okay.
Zog, 8. Good 8.
Let me
Not a
calculate.
solid one? Damn.
It's a good 8.
What?
Good 8.
This man
That's
said
a good 8
good
right
8.
there.
Good
Cool.
8.
Good 8.
I did add up all the scores and everything for what I had for
Saves
all of you
me from
guys.
doing math.
I just did it for like what I gave you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And since we only did the 5 things, Strange, you got 32 out of 50 for like 64. We'd never talked about like how we would do the final grading and everything, so I just added everything up for an average.
I'm currently calculating. Talk more qualitatively. Talk more words.
Qualitatively. All right. So like out of overall with what I gave you, it came out to be like a 32 out of 50 kind of thing. So, not bad.
Wow.
It's not bad. I mean, you were literally with the scores I gave, you and Kai are 1 point difference.
Am I at least 1 point higher? No, probably not.
Probably
No, you're
not.
not.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
I mean, to be fair though, you did have the disadvantage of me not liking this show in the first
I was
place.
fully prepared. Like I said, I was batting
So-
1,000 when I came into this with you, so I was fully prepared for like
All right.
negative.
I mean, hell, you guessed the character I was picking right off the bat before.
All right. Are you ready for the verdicts, gentlemen?
Sure.
Mm.
Yes.
I think we all knew how this was wound up as we went along. Fucking 5s. Anyway. All right. Coming in last is Samus Aran with
Boo.
108. We are all neck and neck, which is very exciting. That means none of us have particularly bad taste. But coming in at 108 across the board. Some high
Disappointed.
points, some low points, and different opinions in judging. All right. Coming in at third was me with Haruko at 111.
Okay.
Coming in at second
Alright.
was the Bloody Regina
I
at
knew it.
114.
I knew it. I knew Logan was gonna take top. I knew Zog. I was like, okay. I feel like this is gonna hold me somehow.
And then, of course, Zog takes the cake with the Doulahan with 121.
I am going to be completely honest, that is a shock to me.
I'm not at
I
all shocked.
I was
honestly.
not expecting it.
I knew the universe was
I
gonna
mean,
hold me today.
halfway through hearing the scores and everything, I feel like if I was doing the math, it would have been obvious to me, but
So
goddamn, coming into this, not expecting that at all.
in my personal, sorry, go ahead.
Especially since I picked this character like a minute before we started recording.
You know
Yeah,
what? I'm
don't
gonna
have
need you to
to.
not. Yeah, I'm gonna need
You
you
don't have
not.
to say that. It's fine.
In my personal scores though, I find it interesting that you were all one apart. Well, not all one apart, but Strange was last with 38.
Of course.
Kelz or Zog was second with 39, and Kelz was number 1 with 40. In my personal, so I thought that was interesting how that was not at all like the same. This came out so.
I mean, yeah, and in everybody's defense of before my thing, I feel like I'm the harshest critic
You are.
with all these, so y'all have the disadvantage of me judging you.
That is also a fact.
So
if
that
we
won't be a
account,
problem next time.
Yeah, if
Ones,
we-
twos.
if we account for inflation, technically I won. So, yeah, Avatar back in theaters, bruh.
Thanks.
Number 1 movie.
Thanks, Joe.
That was a James Cameron joke. But yeah. So, oh wow, yeah, Sleepy Joe, haha.
Inflation.
Oh yeah, inflation. Anyway, so yeah, I'm excited for the next Waifu War, where we bring like our A game, because some people will be further in series, Kelz, and some people will have watched something, Strange. So,
What are
we
talking
could.
about?
I'm talking
Oh.
about Fairy Tail. Once you get deeper in Fairy Tail, I could be like, this is why this is the best waifu ever.
Entirely a reason I put
Because she
Yeah.
killed your daddy, and it hurt her, but she did it anyway because you needed it.
What?
Strange will love that. speaking of characters who kill fathers, you know, that's a waifu right there.
Man, a waifu that makes her own orphans? Fuck yeah.
I mean, he was an orphan before that anyway, but yeah.
Oh,
so
then how to anyway?
yeah, fairy tale.
Time to go to the wiki.
So wait,
No,
what's the
you stay
difference
off the
between
wiki.
that and sin? Anyways, it's fine.
Well, this one is an actual dimension. Anyway, you know what? Yeah. So thank
All
you
right.
for joining us.
Yeah.
In this podcast. Let us know below who you think won. If you stuck around for this whole time, thank you, appreciate you. Subscribe to see other cool videos. Keep listening or clicking on the Spotify's or whatnot to hear more videos. And we will see you on our other platforms, such as, you know, my Twitter on Static Dreads and Strange's words that he will say now.
YouTube, Twitch. Look up Strangely Entertaining. Follow me on Twitter, Strangely It.
I guess I will revive Kelz, please, so he can do the proper outro. Thank you. Thank you.
Podcatcher, Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Podcast for Content Breaker. Catch up with the other product too. Your typical Shonen Protagonist for more weeb shit just like this. We have a schedule that we sat down in a quarterly meeting like professionals that kind of lays out our plan for the coming weeks. Zog, unless we change it again for fucking Dragon Ball Superhero, what are we supposed to be doing next week?
Let's see here. Shows we wish we could experience for the first time. I feel like there should be an again in that sentence.
Should
Yeah,
be.
Like
And
experience
again,
for the first time again.
yes.
'Cause
Shows we could wish back.
otherwise it's kind of
experience it.
redundant.
Yes.
Shows that we could wish upon.
Those
the
we
eternal
wish we could
dragon.
experience for the first time. Again.
I am the bone of my sword.
I am-
Yes. Solid.
All right, we'll
Yeah.
catch you next week for shows we wish we could go back and experience the
A whole
first
different
time
kind of clusterfuck.
all over again on Content Breaker.
Bye, Mom. She don't watch this.
Good.